So, I don't know, should I cut through Central Park to get on the east side of Central Park? Should I do it for the video? Because there's got to be bike lanes going south on this side of the Central Park. I don't know, let's see what Google Maps has to say. So we're right here. I'm trying to go to East Village all the way down here. So we can take the 29-minute best route, or we can take the 29-minute more bike lanes. Yeah, let's do the bike lanes. So one thing I am kind of happy that, as far as my videos go with this new mandate, is like I don't have to like put what I earned. I mean, I'm still gonna do that, but it's gonna be based off trip time. So you guys that want to judge me of how good I am at a food delivery driver, $1 per hour, you can't really do that no more. See, that's all in my mind, by the way. I think people just, yeah, well, they probably did judge, but whatever. Now you're just gonna be seeing how much time I did in trip time. So what is that, the new metric now? How much trip time I can get within a certain amount of time? All right, so this is pretty close, so I'll just, I'll take this. We're going up north a little bit. It's a CVS order. I want to go south, but we're not going that far. That's another thing. Shut up. Like, I'm still traumatized by the old model. You guys know what I mean, that live in NYC is you still fear about trying to meet a certain time and how long is this shopping pay gonna take me. I know in the back of your mind you're like, damn, this is gonna take me a while to do this. Oh, and you're still judging customers for not tipping, but guess what? They don't have a choice. Like, they don't have, like, you know how sometimes you would judge, like, based off the pay that you would see on the screen, but guess what? They're forced not to tip on that page screen. So it's just like that residual trauma that we got from the old model is still there. Anyway, let's do this. So this is the order. It's an order that basically everyone in the world wants. Like, everyone wants candy right now. So like, they got everything that basically the store doesn't have, basically, because someone probably already took it. So it's one of those orders that's a pain in the ass, because you got to contact the customer on every single order, be like, oh, they don't have this. Like 9 items on this order. I haven't seen one that's available. So I am thinking about canceling this order, because this might just take me forever trying to contact the customer, going through if they want this or not. But he told me there's more chocolate over here, so let's see if it's over here. Cool, got this one. That's how close the customer is to this location. Probably would have been like an order I would have canceled on the old model, because they were out of like probably 60 to 70% of the shit she wanted. But thankfully it was an understanding customer, and it was someone who knew how to use the app. Because when I suggested a different item in the app, it goes to basically a pending area where the customer has to approve it, or they ask for a refund if they don't want that item. She never texted me back, asked that, because I basically had to get like 70% of the shit that she didn't want. And then she has to approve it if she wants it or not. But she declined basically all of it without texting me back. So it's a customer that knows how to use the app, or else this would have been really bad. But I'm getting paid on trip time, so whatever. But anyway, drop off was like literally not even a block away. And before with shop and pay orders, like, I guess like how they do at restaurants, like you would get paid like tips or like a percentage of the overall bill or something, I don't know. And so let's say you declined, and let's say they refunded an item, all of a sudden their bill drops lower their bill drops lower, so your tip drops lower. And it says basically it's like customer reduced the tip, but all right. So what I was saying about that tip stuff is like in the past, like, because you know how restaurants like tip you off, or you know how like if you would tip like waiters or something, like a percentage off the bill or something like that, like whatever the percentages are, 3%, whatever, I don't know. The same, I guess, would happen with Uber Eats, in the sense that if your order cost you a certain amount as a customer, they would tip you a certain percentage, like how restaurants do and shit. They would tip the server, in this case the driver, a certain amount. But if you refund the item, because the item isn't there at the store, if you refund it, all of a sudden that overall bill drops for the customer. And so therefore, since your tip is based off of a percentage, your tip drops. You understand what I'm saying? So in the past, like if the customer didn't want something, or you couldn't find an item in a store, and the customer asked for a refund for that item, the item would be taken off the bill, and then it would look like, it would say in the app that the customer reduced the tip after delivery, but they didn't. It's just likely they're paying off a percentage. And since the bill ended up being less than what it was originally, you got tipped less, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going off a percentage of the overall bill. So yeah. But now that doesn't really matter that much. The tip might be smaller if they just, I don't know how that's going to work actually, because if they tip after now here in New York, then the tip's not really going to be reduced, because before, I don't know if you guys even follow what I'm saying. But it doesn't even really matter because we're getting paid off trip time, so who cares? So that's one reason I don't like coming up here, which I keep mentioning, is see, this is now it's trying to take me up into the Bronx. Nah. So I think I experimented enough up here. I think I'm gonna stay down, what I usually do, stay under Central Park. Because this is what happens. You end up declining orders because you don't want to go up anymore north. And let's just say you kept taking orders that go up north. So what would happen if I delivered that order all the way from the Bronx? More than likely I would get another order taking me even further up north. And before you know it, I'm all the way up in freaking White Plains and shit. Like, so you got to put a restriction on how far you're going to go in one direction. All right, so we're just going to use the microphone on the GoPro, because these Rode mics right now are not lasting long out in the cold weather. So audio is probably gonna be worse, but oh well. So I just got an order for like 15 something, but the trip time was like 43 minutes. It's like a double, I think. We're going up, I know I said I'm trying to get away from Central Park, but we're going up to the, like a little to the left of Central Park, so the east side of Central Park, whatever that is. Yeah, so we're going to the first pickup right now. Look. You got it.
Thank you.
Thanks. It is super congested right now here in the city. Like, the bike lanes are congested, the roads are congested, the sidewalks are congested. Even dogs, the amount of dogs out here right now are congested. Everything's congested. so we just got that one. Next one's about a block over. Gia chicken and rice or something. I'm not even sure if I've been on like a bike lane since I've been out here. Like, yeah, I think I was on a bike lane on the way to CVS actually, which was like a block worth of bike lane. All the other times I've just been riding in the street, riding in the street. See, one of the things you got to watch out for, besides screaming babies, is wet leaves. Slip and slide on these things like crazy, or wet metal like manholes. Especially with this, because this, for the firmware, they did this thing on racing mode to where it's like it accelerates when you lean, which is like, why would you do that, right? And I guess because it's on racing mode, it's like you get better acceleration when you lean. So it makes it dangerous, right? It's like if I lean this thing, it's going to accelerate. Like what? I mean, I could change the modes and put it back on regular mode, but you know, I like to risk my life. It's fun, makes things interesting, right? Hello. Alright, we just got that. I have no idea how well you guys can hear me, but because with this GoPro, it has like an option to record from the front or the back. And before I used to record from the front, so like I would never hear myself. And then I finally figured out how to change the mic and make it record from the back. But I have the media mod on, so I don't know. I know it's not gonna sound as good as the Rode mic, but man, I'm getting frustrated. The thing keeps cutting off on me right now. Anyway, so we got the pickup. We're going 11 minutes to the east for the first drop off, then we'll go up north after that. I'm gonna record like this for the rest of the winter, because ain't nothing more frustrating than dealing with technical issues like with your camera or the batteries. So if I can just eliminate at least the Rode mic issue with the coldness, then I can eliminate some frustration, right? So now the only issue I'm gonna have with the cold is the GoPro battery, but ever since I got that Enduro battery, link in the description, which no one really buys that link, but the Enduro battery makes a huge difference in the winter. The regular GoPro batteries would not last in the winter more than like, it would not last. It would just die like within 10 minutes. But this Enduro battery is meant for colder weather, and I haven't had any issues with it. It's great, dude. Because let me tell you, I had a huge struggle with that in the past. Bro, can I get a freaking street with some bike lanes? Like, is that possible? Is that even possible? My lord. Oh my gosh, I see some bike lanes. This is like the first bike lane I've seen like practically all night. Right up here. Bike lane. And there's a car in the bike lane. Yay. Yeah, so we're entering Times Square right up here. Yeah, you know there's a way that you can make $60 an hour on trip time? Well, guess. Okay, well, you took too long. Just stack orders. And you're kind of making $60 an hour in trip time that way. Because if you're running two apps and you're stacking orders, you'll have two apps running trip time at the same time. I've gotten lazy, like, but I mean, that's you're not just double, I mean, that's a lot of money. 60 an hour. So I might just do that.
Yeah, you're back?
Times Square. You guys could probably only hear like 30-40% of the volume before, right? Man, that shit looks cool though, right? I like how it like lights up, because before sometimes I would go like this to see if the light was on, but now I could just like tell right there. So the next one we're going right here. We got to go up here, which is to the east of, oops, to the east of Central Park, or Central Park. I try to stay under here, but whatever. Another thing with taking all the orders that I typically wouldn't have taken on the old New York City model is that means I'm taking more DoorDash orders, because DoorDash would just send me trash before, because I wasn't a top dasher, I wasn't getting priority access, so they'd send me all the garbage basically. They save the good orders for priority drivers basically. And so what that means is I'm basically taking more orders with DoorDash, which means I'm taking more orders that I usually would never take before. So I'm going to different places, because every one of these companies have they have different types of restaurants. Like for instance, like Uber takes me to some places, some restaurants where DoorDash would take me to other restaurants, Grubhub would take me to different kind of restaurants. Same with drop-offs. Like the other day I was doing DoorDash a lot, which I would never do it that much on the old model because their orders suck, but I'm doing it now because I'm getting on trip time. So I'm going to different places. I'm going to different restaurants, different drop-offs. It's interesting. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, you guys can't hear in NYC. I've been talking a lot about here in NYC, so I'm sorry if you're not in the city, but there's a lot going on if you haven't noticed with this new mandate. But yeah, y'all can't complain about orders with no tips before you take them, because they can't tip ahead of time, so you can't be angry at the customers, can you? Oh, this place is confusing. If you go right, they take you to letters of the alphabet. That's only one section of the alphabet, but if you go left, you go to the other spot, so you gotta make sure you're going to the right way.
Yes.
Hey, food delivery for Abraham? All right, thank you. So this is good, because last time I was here, it was like a maintenance dude at the desk, and he told me to go right. And I took the right elevators, and I got lost. I had to come all the way back down and go this way. But this person knew what she was talking about, so I'm going to the top floor. It's a beaut, right? I'm going. So something like you don't see that much here in Manhattan are freaking gas stations. There's a gas station. You do not see these very often here in Manhattan. They're very sparse. It's like a, what is it? Seventh wonder of the world out here. I thought that, I could have swore it said like 6 something for a gallon of gas, which they could probably get away with. I think it's like 6.38 I think I saw, which they could probably get away with because there's like only a few gas stations here in the city that I know of. So I'm gonna take this, it's shop and pay for 4 items, 21 minutes trip time, $7, but who cares about the $7? Man, it feels weird to say that. But I just realized I had the volume down, so I was probably missing orders this whole time. I always do that when I record because I try to like turn off the Bluetooth so I don't get interrupted while I'm talking, and then I forget to turn the volume back up. So I like miss orders and I don't even realize it. So this Dwayne Reed's actually inside Monahan train station, which is right here. I'm probably not saying that word right. You guys know me. I just cannot pronounce shit for the life of me. I think, but I mean, this is just a weird name. I think it's called like Monahan train station or something. You'll see it. Big ass train station. Maybe I'll show you the inside of it too. It was recently remodeled with Andrew Cuomo when he was the governor. Moynihan, I think that's how you say it. Moynihan.
Was his pants down?
Oh. Oh shit. That was funny. I was going by that security guard and he says, "Is that dude's pants down or whatever?" I'm like, "Oh, I gotta get this on to record, you know, anything for entertainment purposes." I turn around, start recording, he's like, "Pull your pants up." It's just like, it's almost too good to be true, this pay per trip time, because I can literally show you around Monahan train station and I'll be getting paid for it, you know. But yeah, I'll show you it over here real quick. It's like the main thing. This recently remodeled the I think it was like the glass up here. So this train station right here.
Took a detour.
Bam. It's the glass up there. Pretty big. Pretty cool.
Hi.
I never go in here though unless I'm like doing food delivery. Dwayne Reed. Now everything's locked up here in the city. So it's gonna add more time to my trip time. Perfect. Oh, we're getting all kinds of drug tests for marijuana. All right, that's probably behind the counter.
Bye, Lacey.
Do you know where this stuff might be? It's like marijuana drug test or something.
Marijuana drug test.
Probably behind the counter.
I hope not. Yeah, you could probably ask. You see that guy right there? The dude wearing blue.
Okay.
In the middle.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, let's see. Do you know if these are locked up? Okay. Sorry. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. Shabam. They want 4 of them. They must be smoking a lot of pot. So I'm just joking. Scan. It's probably some type of a company or something, I don't know. Or maybe it's just a big pothead, who knows. At this time of night, it's probably a pothead. So, you know, because it's like, why would you buy that? Because here in New York, at least here in the city that I'm aware of, maybe in the whole state, I don't know, but marijuana is legal. So it's like, you guys to be going out of state. Yeah, like I said, these people gotta be going out of state because this shit's illegal here in New York. Or it could be just like some like prim and proper or like highly regulated job, or maybe they're getting it for a ploy. Who knows? I don't think I've ever bought one of these before. I bought some weird ass shit, but haven't seen one of these before. At least not the marijuana one. Shit's literally right across the street too. Like, see, I'm right here. Literally just go straight over. Like, it's crazy what people will pay for. Like, okay, when they could just walk right across the street, you know? I feel bad for whatever car pulls out in front of me with this thing, because with this metal stoppers on the front, it's gonna tear up their fucking car, dude. Because I've ran into cars before that pull out in front of me. That's usually how I run into cars. They fucking pull right in front of me. And the other times I hit them, it was with plastic stoppers. These ones are metal, so it's not gonna be pretty. Okay, here we are. So I've been recording a decent amount, and y'all know how I like to do my videos in parts. So I'm just gonna take a break for right now. Grab something to eat real quick, and I'll be back later. It's currently 6:45 p.m. Still early.